Self-worth. Once you realize it, life becomes effortless. Written by Kelvin W. Nathan. Introduction. Imagine waking up each day with a deep sense of inner peace, knowing that you are enough, just as you are. No more striving for validation, no more second-guessing your worth. Welcome to Self-Worth. Once you realize it, life becomes effortless. A book designed to help you uncover the unshakable confidence that lies within you. Let's face it, life can feel like an uphill battle when you're constantly doubting yourself. We live in a world that bombards us with messages about who we should be, what we should achieve, and how we should look. It's no wonder so many of us struggle with self-worth. But here's the good news: the key to a fulfilling and effortless life isn't out there, it's inside you, waiting to be discovered. This book is about embarking on a transformative journey to find and embrace your self-worth. It's not just about boosting your confidence temporarily, it's about making a deep, lasting change in how you see yourself. When you truly recognize your worth, life becomes smoother, decisions become easier, and happiness becomes more accessible. We start by breaking down what self-worth really means. Self-worth is your inherent value as a person, independent of your achievements, possessions, or others' opinions. It's about understanding that you are valuable simply because you exist. This book will guide you through the process of internalizing this belief and making it a core part of who you are. One of the first steps to realizing your self-worth is changing the way you talk to yourself. Negative self-talk is like carrying around a constant critic, and it can seriously undermine your confidence. This book will teach you how to identify and challenge those negative thoughts, replacing them with affirmations that uplift and empower you. But we won't stop at just changing your internal dialogue. We'll also explore practical strategies to reinforce your self-worth through your actions. This includes setting healthy boundaries, pursuing activities that align with your passions and values, and surrounding yourself with supportive people who reflect your true worth back to you. You'll also learn the power of mindfulness and presence. By staying connected to the present moment, you can reduce the anxiety and regret that often come from living in the past or worrying about the future. By keeping you centered and grounded, mindfulness techniques can help you better understand and value who you are. As you progress through the book, you will come across real-life accounts of people who have made significant changes in their lives by recognizing and appreciating their own self-worth. These narratives serve as potent reminders that change is possible, regardless of where you are in your journey to make it happen. They will motivate you to recognize the potential that is within you and will encourage you to continue going forward on your journey by virtue of their influence. Self-worth is packed with actionable insights and exercises that you can apply immediately. Each chapter offers practical steps to help you build and maintain a strong sense of self-worth, ensuring that the changes you make are both meaningful and lasting. So, are you ready to discover the effortless life that comes from recognizing your true worth? Let's begin this journey together. Welcome to Self-Worth. Once you realize it, life becomes effortless. It's time to unlock the incredible potential within you and step into a life filled with confidence, ease, and joy. You might think you're not worth much, but just imagine the transformation you could experience by building a firm foundation of self-worth. By following the step-by-step guide in the Self-Worth book, you'll learn to cultivate unshakable self-confidence, overcome self-doubt, and establish healthy boundaries. As you progress, you'll discover how to live a fulfilling life that seemingly flows with ease. So, are you ready to access the keys to an effortless life? Chapter 1. Understanding the Effortless Life Mindset. Imagine holding the keys to an effortless life, where you understand your worth and each decision you make is rooted in self-confidence and self-love. Picture yourself waking up each morning, filled with a sense of purpose and a deep knowing that you're enough, just as you are. This is the effortless life mindset, and it's within your grasp. Now, let's be clear. Effortless doesn't mean you won't face challenges or hardships. It simply means those obstacles won't shake your sense of self-worth or your belief in your abilities. You view them as opportunities to learn and grow, not as reasons to doubt yourself. So how do you adopt this mindset? Begin by consciously choosing positivity. Choose to believe in your worth and your potential. Don't wait for external validation. It's about recognizing your inherent value. It's about embracing the truth that you're enough. Next, practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself when you falter. Understand that everyone makes mistakes and it's part of the journey. You're human, after all. Chapter 2. Letting go of self-doubt patterns. As you journey towards embracing your self-worth, it's essential to tackle and let go of persistent patterns of self-doubt that may be holding you back. These patterns can be subtle, sneaking into your thoughts and actions, undermining your progress, and keeping you stuck in a cycle of self-deprecation. Recognize that these self-doubt patterns are likely stemming from past experiences, external criticisms, or societal expectations. They're not a reflection of your true capability or worth. You're much more than your doubts and insecurities. Start by identifying these self-doubt patterns. Are you constantly second-guessing your decisions? Do you find yourself downplaying your achievements or abilities? Once you've identified these patterns, it's time to challenge them. Ask yourself, are these thoughts factual? Are they helpful? More often than not, you'll find that they're not based in reality, but rather in fear. Next, begin to replace these patterns with positive affirmations. Your mind is a powerful tool, and you can rewire it for positivity and self-belief. When a self-doubting thought arises, counteract it with a positive affirmation. For example, if you start to think, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am capable and deserving." Chapter 3. Building unshakable confidence foundations. Plant the seeds of unshakable confidence by laying strong foundations, understanding that your worth is intrinsic and not defined by external factors. It's about knowing, deep inside, that you're valuable, capable, and deserving of respect and love. It comes from recognizing your unique strengths, talents, and accomplishments without needing validation from others. But how do you build this foundation, you ask? It's simple, but not always easy. Start by acknowledging your worth. You're not a product of your mistakes or failures. They're a part of your journey, not your final destination. You're a work in progress, constantly evolving and growing. Embrace this truth wholeheartedly. Next, cultivate a positive self-image. How do you perceive yourself? If you're constantly belittling yourself, it's time to change the narrative. Speak to yourself as you'd to a dear friend. Encourage, support, and affirm. Your words have power. Make sure they're uplifting. Finally, set realistic goals for yourself. Having clear, achievable objectives gives you a sense of direction and purpose. It boosts your self-confidence as you take steps towards these goals and witness your own progress. Building unshakable confidence isn't an overnight process. It takes time and patience. But remember, you're investing in yourself, in your future. And there's no better investment than that. So, take that first step today. You're worth it. Your life's about to become effortless from this effortless journey of self-discovery. It's time to awaken the unshakable confidence within you. Chapter 4. Identifying and challenging negative thoughts. Now, let's explore the important step of recognizing and confronting those negative thoughts that often cloud our perception of self-worth. You know, these ideas creep into our heads like unwanted visitors, muttering uncertainties and anxieties. But remember, you're not alone. It's a universal human experience to grapple with such feelings. Your first task is to identify these thoughts. It's easy to overlook them, to accept them as truth without question. But you're stronger than that. Listen to your inner dialogue. Are there voices saying you're not good enough, not deserving, or unlovable? Well, it's time to challenge them. You might wonder, how do I challenge them? It's simpler than you think. Start by questioning their validity. Are they based on fact or just assumptions? You'll often find they're the latter. When you discover yourself thinking negatively, pause and ask yourself, is this thought helping or hurting me? If it's not helping, it has no place in your life. Challenging negative thoughts takes courage and practice, but it's a game changer. It's like clearing the fog to reveal a beautiful sunrise. Suddenly, you start to see yourself in a new, more positive light. Chapter 5. Cultivating a growth-oriented mindset. Embracing a growth mindset, you'll start to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for self-improvement and learning. You'll find the courage to step out of your comfort zone, knowing that every misstep is a step forward. It's not about reaching a destination, but the journey you undertake and the person you become along the way. With a growth-oriented mindset, you'll see failures as mere detours, not dead ends. You'll understand that falling isn't failing, as long as you pick yourself up and continue. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you rise again. Keep in mind that every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. You'll begin to acknowledge your potential and the immense power you possess to shape your life. You'll stop comparing yourself to others, as you realize that everyone's journey is unique. It's not about being better than others, but being better than the person you were yesterday. Chapter 6. Embracing imperfection and authenticity. Understand this, no one is perfect, and it's your imperfections that make you truly unique and authentic. Embracing those quirks, faults, and idiosyncrasies isn't a proof of weakness, but rather a demonstration of your courage and resilience. It's about accepting that you're a work in progress, and that's okay. Imperfections aren't flaws to be erased, but rather unique traits to be celebrated. They shape your character and experiences, adding depth to your life's canvas. Don't shy away from them. Instead, embrace them wholeheartedly. It's a journey that begins by acknowledging your imperfections without self-judgment or criticism. Authenticity, on the other hand, is about being true to who you are, not who society or anyone else expects you to be. It's about taking off the masks that you've been wearing to fit in and revealing your true self, flaws and all. Authenticity is liberating, it's empowering, and it's the pathway to genuine self-worth. The beauty of embracing imperfection and authenticity is that it leads to a richer, more fulfilling life. It enables you to form deeper connections with people because they are drawn to your honesty and motivated by your willingness to be yourself. Chapter 7. The power of self-acceptance and love. In your journey towards self-worth, it's essential to tap into the power of self-acceptance and love, two potent forces capable of transforming your life. When you fully accept yourself, warts and all, you initiate a chain reaction of powerful, positive life changes. You're more able to shrug off criticism, less fearful of mistakes, and less dependent on others for validation. Self-acceptance doesn't mean you stop aspiring for growth. It's not about complacency, it's about acknowledging where you're right now, embracing that, and then using it as a stepping stone towards your better self. You're not perfect, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's human. And then, there's love, self-love, to be specific. It's not about narcissism or self-absorption, it's about respecting and caring for yourself as you'd a cherished friend. It's about acknowledging your worth and believing in your value. It's about treating yourself with kindness, even when you fumble or fall. You see, self-acceptance and love are intertwined. You can't fully love yourself if you don't accept yourself, and self-acceptance is a hollow victory without self-love. Chapter 8. Breaking free from people-pleasing. Breaking free from the chains of people-pleasing can be a liberating step on your path to self-worth, And it's crucial to recognize that your value isn't tied to others' opinions. You're not a puppet to be manipulated by the strings of others' expectations. You're a person with your own dreams, your own needs, your own worth. People-pleasing is a trap that can rob you of your genuine self, leaving you feeling empty and unsatisfied. Taking steps to free yourself from this pattern doesn't mean you need to become indifferent or self-centered. It means you start to love and respect yourself enough to stop letting others dictate your worth. It's about finding balance, about understanding that it's okay to say no. It's okay to prioritize your own needs. You're not being selfish, you're simply respecting yourself. Think about it. Would you let someone else decide what you're worth? Would you let them dictate your happiness? The answer quite clearly is no. And that's exactly what you're doing when you're a people pleaser. Remember, you deserve to be happy and to feel loved, not because of what you do for others, but because of who you are. Break free from the chains of people pleasing. Start choosing yourself. Start recognizing your worth. Take baby steps, if need be. It's okay to take your time to unlearn years of people-pleasing habits. It isn't easy, but it's worth it. And remember, once you realize your self-worth, life becomes effortless from effortless life. Chapter 9. Setting healthy boundaries with others. While embracing your self-worth is a powerful step, setting healthy boundaries with others is equally essential to protect your emotional space and energy. Your boundaries, like your self-worth, are non-negotiable. They are the boundaries you set for how others can treat you, what they can expect from you, and what you are ready to accept. Setting these boundaries is an act of self-love and respect. It's about knowing your value and standing up for it. Now, setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to pleasing others. You might fear appearing selfish or unkind. But remember, it's not about shutting people out, it's about creating a safe space for yourself. It's about saying, I matter, my feelings matter. So how do you set healthy boundaries? Start by identifying what's acceptable and what's not. How do you want to be treated? What behaviors make you feel disrespected or drained? Once you've figured that out, communicate these boundaries clearly. You don't have to justify or apologize for them. They're your right. Expect resistance. Not everyone will accept your boundaries, and that is fine. It's not a reflection of your worth but theirs. Stand firm and, if necessary, distance yourself from those who consistently disregard your boundaries. Chapter 10. Navigating fear and uncertainty. As you stand firm in your boundaries, it's natural to encounter fear and uncertainty. These feelings, though uncomfortable, are normal and even healthy responses to change. They indicate that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and challenging the status quo. Embrace them. Don't shun them. Remember, fear and uncertainty don't define you or your worth. They're merely emotions passing through your life, not permanent states of being. When fear creeps in, confront it. Ask yourself, what exactly are you afraid of? More often than not, you'll find the fear isn't as formidable as it seemed. Uncertainty can be just as challenging. We crave predictability, and when it's missing, we feel unstable. But let's reframe that mindset. Uncertainty can be a catalyst for growth. It opens up the opportunity for new experiences and learning. It may be an uncomfortable endeavor, but it's a necessary one to build resilience and adaptability. You might stumble. That's okay. Each fall is a lesson, not a failure. Think of it as a stepping stone towards becoming your stronger self. You're not the same person who started this journey, and that's a good thing. You're evolving, growing, and learning more about yourself and your worth. Navigating fear and uncertainty isn't easy, but it's essential. You can handle whatever comes your way. Trust yourself. Remember, it's your journey, your pace, your story. You're worth every step, every stumble, every triumph. Chapter 11. Discovering your core values and purpose. Now let's explore the heart of what defines you, your core values and purpose. This journey isn't always straightforward, but it's one of the most rewarding things you can do for yourself. Think about the principles you hold dear. What are the ideals that guide your decisions, actions, and reactions? These are your core values. They might be things like honesty, compassion, family, or personal growth. Don't rush this process. Take your time and be honest with yourself. You're not trying to impress anyone. This is about you and your authentic self. Then there's your purpose. This is your why, the driving force behind your existence. It might feel overwhelming to discover this, but don't worry, you're not alone. Your purpose is your personal mission statement. It's what gives your life direction and meaning. It could be something grand like making a difference in the world, or as simple as being the best parent I can be. Uncovering your core values and purpose isn't about creating something new, but rather revealing what's already there. It's like stripping away the layers of paint to discover the original, beautiful artwork underneath. Chapter 12. Aligning your actions with your values. Embracing your core values is a powerful step, but the real magic happens when you start aligning your daily actions with these values. It's not enough to identify what matters most to you. True self-worth blossoms when you live in harmony with those values. Imagine your values as a compass, guiding you towards a life that's genuinely yours. Every decision, every action you take should reflect these core principles. Although doing so might appear to be difficult at first, it is important to keep in mind that the trip of 1,000 miles starts with as little as one step. Start small. Pick one value and focus on it. If honesty is your priority, aim to be more truthful in your interactions. If kindness is your aim, find ways to be gentler with those around you. Don't beat yourself up if you falter. Change takes time, but with patience and perseverance, you'll make progress. Keep in mind that it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Each day lived in alignment with your values strengthens your sense of self-worth. You'll start to see a difference, not just in how you view yourself, but also in how others perceive you. You'll exude confidence and authenticity, becoming a magnet for positivity and respect. Aligning your actions with your values isn't just about enhancing self-worth, it's about living a fulfilling and meaningful life. It's about being true to yourself in every moment, in every decision. Once you start living this way, you'll find that life becomes less about effort and more about effortless authenticity. Chapter 13. Creating a supportive inner circle. Often, the company you keep plays a pivotal role in shaping your self-worth, so it's crucial to create a supportive inner circle. This isn't about surrounding yourself with people who constantly praise you, but about being with those who respect your values, appreciate your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and encourage your growth. Imagine having friends who lift you up rather than bring you down. People who believe in your dreams, care about your feelings, and don't dismiss your fears. They're there to celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and help you navigate through life's challenges. These are the kind of people you want in your inner circle. But how do you build such a circle? First, reflect on your current relationships. Are they helping you grow or holding you back? If it's the latter, it might be time to let go. It's tough, but it's necessary for your self-worth. Next, seek out individuals who inspire you, who've got positive attitudes and who are genuine. Remember, it's quality over quantity. You don't need a large group, just a few reliable and understanding souls. Be patient, as finding these people might take time. But once you do, nurture these relationships. Be there for them as they're for you, creating a beautiful cycle of mutual support. Your self-worth isn't just about how you see yourself, but how others see you too. So make sure your inner circle is a true reflection of your worth. Once that's in place, you'll find life becoming more effortless. Chapter 14. Effective communication for self-worth. While nurturing a supportive inner circle is an important step towards enhancing your self-worth, another key aspect is mastering the art of effective communication. You see, how you communicate with others often mirrors how you communicate with yourself. When you articulate your thoughts, feelings, and ideas clearly and assertively, you're not only respecting the other person's perspective, but also acknowledging your own worth. Do not shy away from expressing your needs or wants. Remember, it's not selfish to voice your desires or set boundaries. It's about honoring your self-worth. However, balance is key. You also need to listen actively and empathetically to others. This shows respect and builds mutual understanding, enhancing your relationships and your perception of self-worth. A common pitfall is to equate your worth with others' opinions of you. It's important to understand that while feedback can be helpful, your worth isn't dependent on external validation. You're not a reflection of someone else's perception. You're unique, with your own set of values, experiences, and skills. Don't let others define you. Take time to practice effective communication. Start with small steps, maybe by expressing a simple need or sharing a personal thought that you'd usually keep to yourself. Gradually, you'll find your voice growing stronger and your self-worth blossoming. Chapter 15. Practicing self-care and self-love. You deserve to love and care for yourself just as much as you do for others. It's not selfish, it's necessary. At the heart of self-love and self-care is the understanding that your worth isn't dependent on external factors. You're worthy of love, respect, and care because you exist, not because of what you do or don't do. Let's start with self-care. This isn't just about bubble baths or indulgent treats, but about meeting your basic needs. Eating nutritious meals, getting enough sleep, exercising regularly. These aren't essentials, they're vital. But don't forget mental and emotional self-care too. Take time to unwind, to listen to your emotions, to do things that bring you joy. It's not about being perfect, just about being kind to yourself. Self-love may seem harder, but it's just as important. Practice self-compassion. Be as understanding and forgiving to yourself as you'd be to a friend. Recognize your own worth and stop comparing yourself to others. Remember, everyone's journey is different. Make a habit of affirming yourself daily. Say it out loud, write it down, believe it. I am enough. I'm worthy. I'm deserving. It may feel strange at first, but over time you'll start to believe it. Chapter 16. Overcoming fear of rejection and failure. Building on the foundation of self-love and self-care, let's now tackle the hurdles of fear of rejection and failure that can hinder your recognition of your inherent worth. You've probably been told that failure is part of life, and that's true. But it doesn't mean you have to fear it. Fear of failure and rejection can paralyze your actions, making it difficult for you to take risks and seize opportunities. Remember, you're human, and it's okay to feel fear. But don't let it control you. Instead, use it as a stepping stone for your growth. Here's how you can do it. Start by acknowledging your fear. It's okay to feel scared. What's not okay is to let that fear stop you from trying. Try to identify what exactly you're afraid of. Is it rejection? Is it the thought of failing? Once you pinpoint it, it's easier to address. Next, visualize your success. Picturing yourself in a successful scenario can help you overcome the fear of failure. This technique can reassure your mind that you're capable of success. Chapter 17. Developing resilience and perseverance. Embracing life's challenges with grit and determination. It's time to cultivate resilience and perseverance, essential attributes that empower you to bounce back from setbacks and persist in the face of adversity. It's not about the falls you take, but the strength you show in getting up and moving forward. Remember, it's your journey, and only you can determine the pace and the direction. Developing resilience takes time and practice. Start by choosing to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. In order to better understand your skills and shortcomings, each challenge presents you with an opportunity to learn and improve. When you stumble, don't dwell on the mistake, but focus on what you can learn from it. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, it's about learning to weather the storm. The opposite of giving up is perseverance, which is defined as continuing onward despite obstacles. It's about staying the course, even when progress seems slow or non-existent. You might feel like you're not moving at all, but remember, even the smallest steps can lead to significant changes over time. Don't be disheartened by the magnitude of the task ahead. Divide it into smaller parts and work diligently on each one. In this journey of self-worth, resilience and perseverance are your allies. They're not just traits to be admired, they're skills to be honed. Remember, you're stronger than you think. You've got this. With resilience and perseverance, you'll discover that life's greatest challenges can become its most rewarding triumphs. Chapter 18. Building Self-Worth Through Achievements. Now, let's explore how your accomplishments, big or small, play a significant role in bolstering your sense of self-worth. You see, it's not about the size of the achievement, but rather the effort you put in and the determination that led to that success. Each achievement is a confirmation of your abilities, perseverance, and dedication. They're proof that you can set goals and reach them, a powerful affirmation of your capabilities. Remember, you're not defined by the size of your achievements. A small victory is just as important as a grand one. Each step forward, no matter how tiny, is progress. It's a mark of your growth, your fight, and your spirit. You've worked hard for them, and that's something you should cherish. Let's not forget, your achievements are your own. They're unique to your journey, your story. Don't belittle them by comparing them to others. Your progress isn't less valuable because someone else seems to be ahead. There's no timetable for success. But here's the thing, don't let your self-worth hinge solely on your accomplishments. They contribute to your self-worth, yes, but they're not the entire picture. You're more than your achievements. They're part of your journey, yes, but they don't define you. You're worthy simply because you exist. Building self-worth through achievements is about acknowledging your efforts, celebrating your victories, and learning from your setbacks. Embrace each accomplishment as a stepping stone on your journey to an effortless life. Chapter 19. Embracing your unique strengths and talents. Every single one of you possesses a unique blend of strengths and talents that set you apart in this world, and it's time to not just acknowledge them, but to truly embrace them. But how, you might ask? It's simpler than you might think. First, you've got to identify those strengths and talents. They're not always the things you're best at often. They're the things that make you feel alive, passionate, and authentic. They're the things you love to do, whether you're good at them or not. Maybe you've got a knack for storytelling, a talent for painting, or a strength in empathy. Whatever your strengths and talents are, write them down. Make a list. Seeing them on paper makes them real, tangible. Next, you've got to practice them, use them, hone them. You've got a unique voice in this world, and the more you use your strengths and talents, the louder that voice becomes. It's not about being the best. It's about being you, in all your unique, wonderful glory. Lastly, celebrate them. Your strengths and talents are cause for celebration, not shame. They're what make you you, and that's something to be proud of. Chapter 20. Letting go of comparison and envy. Despite the allure of comparing yourself to others, it's imperative to understand that your worth isn't determined by someone else's achievements. Your value comes from within, from your own unique strengths, talents, and experiences. Remember, there's no one else quite like you. You may be thinking, easier said than done, and you're right. It's incredibly challenging to stop the habit of comparison, but it's not impossible. It requires mindful practice and a shift in perspective. Rather than focusing on others, focus on your own path. Concentrate on your progress, not where you stand in relation to others. Envy, like comparison, can be a destructive force. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of wanting what others have. But here's the thing, what you see on the surface doesn't reflect the entire story. Everyone has struggles and challenges, and what may seem perfect may not be so. The key is to let go. Let go of the need to compare. Let go of the envy. Instead, embrace who you are and what you have. When you do that, you'll find that life becomes less about competition and more about personal growth. You'll discover that your self-worth isn't tied to anyone else's success but your own. Chapter 21. Cultivating Gratitude and Appreciation. In the journey towards acknowledging your self-worth, cultivating a sense of gratitude and appreciation for what you have plays a pivotal role. It's easy to overlook the blessings you've got, focusing instead on what you lack. Yet this tendency only serves to undermine your self-esteem, robbing you of the joy and contentment that's rightfully yours. Imagine waking up each morning, feeling grateful for a new day, for the air you breathe, for your loved ones, for your health, for the opportunities that come your way. Doesn't it sound invigorating? That's the power of gratitude. It's a transformative force, capable of turning ordinary moments into blessings, trials into triumphs. Now, you might wonder, how can I cultivate this gratitude? It's simpler than you think. Begin by keeping a gratitude notebook. Every day, write 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grand, even the simplest things matter. Maybe it's the smile of a stranger, a delicious meal, or a serene sunset. What's important is to acknowledge these blessings, no matter how small. Practicing this daily will gradually shift your perspective, enabling you to see the world through a lens of appreciation rather than lack. Remember, you're more blessed than you realize. Embrace gratitude, appreciate every little thing, and watch how it amplifies your sense of self-worth. Be open to this beautiful transformation. It's time for you to reclaim your power, uplift your spirit, and live a life filled with gratefulness. Chapter 22. Finding Purpose and Meaning in Life. Now, let's explore how you can start on a journey to find your purpose and infuse your life with meaning. You're about to embark on a quest to identify your core values, discover your passions, and live an authentic life that aligns with your true calling. This isn't just about existence, but about thriving and fulfilling your unique potential. Understanding and defining your core values can illuminate the path to a life filled with purpose and profound meaning. Imagine these values as your personal compass, guiding you through life's crossroads. They represent who you're at your deepest level, dictating what truly matters to you. Now, you might be wondering, how do I define my core values? Start by reflecting on what gives you a sense of contentment and fulfillment. Think about the principles you won't compromise, even when the odds are stacked against you. From honesty to compassion, perseverance to love, the list is endless and deeply personal. Once you've identified your core values, they'll serve as your grounding force. When life gives you curveballs, they will help you stay focused on what is actually essential, allowing you to make decisions that are true to yourself. Remember, defining your values isn't a one-time task, it's a continuous process of self-discovery. Embrace this journey. It's your key to revealing a life of authenticity and self-worth. Because once you know what you stand for, you can stand tall with an unshakable sense of self. Starting on the quest to discover your life's passion can be a transformative journey, revealing a wellspring of fulfillment and purpose. This isn't about finding a hobby or a job you're good at, it's about unearthing what truly excites you, what makes you lose track of time. It's about identifying that thing that makes your heart race with anticipation and your spirit soar with joy. However, it's not always as straightforward as it sounds. There can be obstacles, doubts, and fears. It's okay to feel unsure or scared. It's part of the process. What's important is that you're brave enough to dive deep within yourself and explore. Ask yourself, what are the things that make me feel alive? What am I naturally drawn to? When do I feel most like myself? Once you've begun to identify your life's passions, it's time to courageously chase after your true calling, the thing that gives your life purpose and meaning. Don't let fear or doubt prevent you from pursuing what sets your soul on fire. Remember, you're worth the effort, and the journey is just as important as the destination. It's natural to be scared when stepping into the unknown, but know that it's okay to be uncertain. You're human, after all. The goal is to keep pushing forward, even if it is only a small step at a time. To be patient with yourself. It takes time to fully uncover and understand your true calling. Don't compare your journey with others. Your true calling is unique to you, and it's not a race. It's about finding what makes you feel fulfilled and satisfied. It's about what makes your heart beat faster, what makes you jump out of bed in the morning, excited to start the day. Pursuing your true calling may not always be easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. You'll find a sense of purpose, happiness, and self-worth that will make life feel effortless. While discovering your true calling is a significant stride, living an authentic life is where you find genuine purpose and meaning. You may wonder what it means to live authentically. It's about being true to yourself, embracing who you are, and not hiding behind masks. It's about expressing your true feelings, not suppressing them for the sake of conformity. It's about pursuing what you truly love, not what society expects you to love. Living authentically isn't always easy. You'll face challenges, doubts, and even criticism. But remember, it's your life. You're the one who needs to be pleased with it, not others. And the satisfaction that comes from living an authentic life is unparalleled. It fuels your self-worth, injects joy into your existence, and gives you a sense of fulfillment that no external validation can provide. Chapter 23. Maintaining momentum and consistency. Now that you've found your purpose, it's time to keep that fire burning consistently. Remember, it's not just about starting the journey, but also about staying on track and fostering daily habits that reinforce your self-worth. Celebrate every small victory along the way, because every step forward is a proof of your strength and resilience. How often have you found yourself losing momentum in your journey towards self-worth? It's not uncommon to experience setbacks and detours. They're part of the process. But remember, it's your perseverance that counts. Staying on track isn't just about keeping your eyes on the prize. It's about maintaining your resolve, even when the path gets rocky. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but the real test of your self-worth comes when you face obstacles. It's then that you get to prove to yourself that you're worth the effort. When you stumble, don't waste time beating yourself up. Instead, pick yourself up, dust off, and continue where you left off. Don't let a momentary lapse derail your journey. You're stronger than your setbacks and more resilient than you think. Always remember, your worth isn't determined by external factors, but by your own perception of yourself. Staying on track means maintaining that belief, regardless of the bumps along the way. It's about knowing your worth and never letting anything or anyone make you doubt it. Keep going. You've got this. Cultivating daily habits is your next powerful step in maintaining momentum and fostering consistency on your path to realizing your self-worth. It's not just about what you're doing, but how you're doing it, repeatedly, day in and day out. Start small. You do not need to change your entire lifestyle overnight. Choose one habit to work on and make it doable. It could be as simple as making your bed each morning, or spending 10 minutes meditating before you start your day. Consistency is key here, not perfection. There will be days when you falter, but don't let that deter you. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. You're building resilience, learning to bounce back, and fostering a positive mindset. Every habit you cultivate is a step closer to recognizing your self-worth. It's a way of showing yourself that you matter, that you're worth the effort, and that you're capable of making positive changes in your life. As you journey towards self-worth, celebrating small wins becomes an essential, uplifting practice that keeps your momentum and consistency alive. It's not merely about the grand milestones, it's the tiny, everyday victories that truly count. Did you wake up early today? Did you complete a difficult task? Did you select a nutritious lunch over junk food? Each of these are wins worth acknowledging. Recognizing these moments boosts your confidence, keeps you focused, and propels you forward. It's like cheering yourself on, keeping your spirits high, even when the road gets tough. But remember, it's not a competition. It's about personal growth, and every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. You've made amazing strides, and remember, studies show that a mere 20% increase in self-worth can lead to an 80% improvement in quality of life. So, keep challenging those negative thoughts, nurturing gratitude, and pursuing your purpose. Consistency is key. Embrace your worthiness, love yourself fiercely, and watch your life become effortlessly radiant. You're doing great, and the best part, this is just the beginning.